I was just at a very, very famous UK petrol station. And obviously the only reason I was there was to get fuel in my M240i. But when I pulled up to this petrol station in the car, there was one big issue. And I'm going to show you guys this issue very shortly, but the problem was there was no fuel to put in my car. So what I did next, because obviously I couldn't fill my car up with fuel, is I went and spoke to the person who was actually working in this petrol station. But what they told me was not good, and it should worry every car enthusiast in the UK right now. You see, this petrol station is quite a big company. It's called Tesco, and they have something called Tesco Momentum, which is a 99 octane fuel. When I spoke to the person who was working there, they told me they had 16,000 gallons of this particular super unleaded fuel delivered on Monday. But do you guys want to know the worst part, which is quite frankly a little bit terrifying? And probably the most worrying thing is by Wednesday, which is the time I'm recording this video, I've just been there, they are empty. They have shifted 16,000 gallons of this fuel in 3 days. Now, just for a little bit of context about how much fuel that actually is. I did a little bit of basic math, and 16,000 gallons of fuel can fill up roughly 1,200 cars. Now that's just talking about one particular fuel, the higher octane fuel, not to mention other fuels like diesel and just the normal petrol. Why is it running out though? Why can I not find any Supreme fuel to put in my tuned M240i? Well, the reality of it is people are panic buying fuel. They're putting Supreme fuel, which I really need to put in my car, in everyday cars like your Nissan Micra and your Qashqai. No, I'm not saying they can't do that. Of course, everyone is entitled to put whatever fuel they want to in their vehicle. But you see, the issue with it is people are paying a premium on the Supreme fuel because there's none of the normal petrol left that they need to put in their average daily cars. And that's left people like me, who I like to run the 99 octane fuel, with none left because it's all being used in these everyday cars. Now, right now, I'm counting myself fortunate. I actually have 3/4 of a tank of fuel. But the fuel that is in the car currently isn't 99 octane, it's 97, because that is all I could get. And that was in a 30-mile radius. I could only get 97 octane fuel. Very shortly, we're actually going to drive to the closest petrol station I have to me right now to see the shortage in real life, to see what fuel they actually have available. But first, we've got to do something with the car. We've got to flash a map on it. Why do we have to do this? Well, currently the car is flashed on a stage 2 MHD map, but it's flashed with the 99 octane fuel selected. But as you would know, we've got 97 octane in the fuel tank. So if we carry on driving this car around with the wrong fuel going into the engine and for the tune, the engine is going to damage itself, and that could leave me with a big repair bill. I am counting myself lucky. I know a lot of my American viewers don't even have access to 97 octane fuel, so I am grateful. So we will flash this in just a second. Then we're going to go and have a real look at the shortage in real life to see exactly what's going on. But before we do those two things, we just need to talk about why a lower octane fuel is bad for the engine. Now, just for a little bit of context, what I'm about to explain to you guys only really benefits on a performance engine, or one that has had a remap or a tune or a flash. Now, a lot of you have probably never heard about something called knock when it comes to an engine. You might be thinking, what is that? Well, imagine 99 octane fuel is like slow burning wood in a fireplace. But 95 octane fuel, it's like throwing a bucket of petrol on that fire. It explodes immediately. It explodes way too early. And of course, your engine has a lot of moving parts, particularly your pistons going up and down very fast. But when that explosion hits the piston, which is moving up very fast, it's called something called knock. And that is not a good thing that happens. It's very bad for your engine. It's like a sledgehammer hitting the top of your pistons at like 6,000 RPM. It's not good. Right, the time has come. Let's go and do our own investigating. Let's see what fuel we can find. We're going to go to the closest petrol station, and I have a feeling they're going to be out of pretty much everything. If we can get even 97 octane, I'm counting myself lucky. We're pulling up to the petrol station now. We're looking at £1.52 for unleaded and £1.85 for diesel, which is crazy. And they're already out of fuel. This is the one station I felt most confident with that they would have at least normal unleaded fuel. Let me show you guys the pumps. This is not good. Well, there we have it. All out of use. That's the same for the other side on this, and we actually only have one pump available. So there's 4 pumps here, and we've literally only got unleaded and super unleaded, which is 97 octane. There's no diesel, so it's clear to me that maybe there's more of a diesel shortage than there is of the actual like Supreme fuel that I need for the car. But I'm gonna put as much 97 octane in as I can right now, because I don't know when I'm going to be able to get any more again. So I guess this leaves me with no choice now but to have to flash the car down to a lower octane map, we're still going to run the stage 2, so the car will still be fast enough, and it has all the supporting bolt-ons to run that safely, but obviously it's not going to be as powerful as it would be with a higher octane fuel. So I say let's get straight to flashing this car, because right now we're currently driving a ticking time bomb. Well, I think we're only left with one choice. As you've seen, the only fuel we can get our hands on is 97 octane. And even that is getting a little bit scarce. You saw how empty those pumps were, and that's just one petrol station that I knew had fuel. So I think we're left with one choice. We've got to detune this B58, get it to a less horsepower number, which sucks, but it's all for safety. Right, the time has finally come. I've got to unplug my live data screen, plug in our MHD adapter, make sure it's the right way plugged in. Luckily, I'm able to do this on my phone. If I had to go to a private tuner to do this, it would cost me a lot of money. Next up, lights off, we want ignition on, and now we're going to connect it, hop into the tuning phone. Oh, and also, if the battery dies while we're doing this at the fuel station, then my car is basically going to be a 1.5 ton ornament parked at a petrol station with no fuel. Right, we're successfully on the MHD screen, so we're going to go to flash a map. You're going to see some of my maps on here currently, but we've got to scroll down and we've got to change all of this fuel situation here. Now you can see these are on the highest octane. They're 102 RON, and we've also got 95 octane, but we need to lower this down still. So we're going to have to bring everything down to 93 octane, which sucks, but it's for a safe measure. So let's go ahead and do this now. I skipped all of that because it did take quite a while. I probably should have done this with a battery charger connected instead of at the fuel station, but it is successful. You can now see we've got different multi-maps on our MHD, so we can flick through and go to all of these different maps to keep one that is safe for the car. The map is done, but is the car even going to start? We're just going to make sure it's on any one of these maps will do, because they're all mapped for the same fuel, but is the car even going to start, or have I flashed this at the petrol station and it's a dud? Happy days. Well, there we have it. We've successfully detuned this M240i to somewhat of a safe map where we know this engine isn't going to damage itself. I'm just hoping there'll be better fuel around at some point soon. I don't know when we're going to get Supreme Fuel in the UK again. I mean, they have it in the big cities, but I'm a long way away from a big city, and I'm not going to go and travel an hour and a half, 2 hours to go and fill up my car and use half a tank to get there and back. That's pointless. So for now, I'm just going to have to enjoy the 97 octane and just hope that we don't go down to 95, because that will real suck. You guys are going to have to let me know in the comment sections. Is this a struggle for you if you have a modified car, or are you just chilling? Is there even a way to fix any of this? Are we going to get 99 octane back in the UK? Because I can't see any of it appearing anytime soon. Because as we've seen from the driving just from today, when we flashed the car to a lower power map, the car feels a lot more sluggish than it was originally when I was running a more aggressive tune. Now given, I'm still fortunate to have the car, I'm not complaining. This is probably just a little hurdle, and eventually we're going to have all the fuel back. But for now, I would suggest one thing: fill up your petrol tanks with the highest octane fuel while you can. Because right now, I can count myself lucky. I can still get my hands on 97 octane fuel, but even that is running low. There was only one pump available out of 12 with that 97 octane, and when that's gone, we're stuck on 95. And that stuff's like putting water in your car. So we just have to hope that this will all be over soon. We'll be back to 99 octane fuel, I'm sure, very shortly. But for now, we're going to have to carry on putting 97 in the tank and hope for the best. I'm sure soon enough, it's all going to be back to normal, and we'll be able to push this car back to some serious power once we get our hands on that fuel. But for now, I'm staying on my safe map because I don't want to damage this B58 at all, and you guys should do the same. I hope you found this video informative. If you did in any way, shape or form, then leave a like down below. It'll promote this video to more people. More people can see the current UK crisis. Well, it's actually a fuel shortage across the world, I'm pretty sure. If you have any comments, leave them down below and I'll personally answer them. And most of all, if you want to see more content of the M240i, consider subscribing. It's completely free and you won't miss any of my future videos. Apart from that, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching today. Bye for now.